In today's podcast, I am going to be talking about how to recognize when the tide in your life is turning, when the current is shifting, when something new is attempting to come in and needs you to make space for it. Okay. Now, we've all heard the saying that, you have to clear something out in order for something new to come in. Okay, there's probably not a saying, but probably a million to one sayings. My point is this, that I am realizing that this is a major technique that I'm needing to teach my clients and needing to expand into in a more refined way in my own personal journey, in my own mastery, in order to not stay stuck in loops for prolonged periods of time, not stay stuck in repeat lessons that I don't need anymore, not stay stuck in soul contracts, in things that have been moving through me that are now actually expired. Now the actual thing that I'm alchemizing has been alchemized, okay? However, my body is still addicted to the habit of alchemizing. Do you understand that? So, who am I talking to right now? I am talking to people who know that for some reason their soul has arrived to really bring something unique and unprecedented and to unlock a high level of service to humanity. Okay. This means that you will have had an extraordinary journey. This means that your life cycle would have been particularly, let me drink a cup of coffee to fix that. These podcasts are going to be totally imperfect. I committed to that, but they will be true. That means that you will have had a particularly turbulent life. Maybe it wasn't just my childhood was traumatic. Maybe it kind of just never ended and it went into season after season after season of what feels like you have become the dark night of the soul expert. Okay. Now, naturally, there was a lot that you were moving through. Maybe it was just your stuff. Maybe it was your lineage stuff, your ancestral stuff. Either way, when you are moving into the next season, when you have been in an epoch for a very long time, an epoch is a cycle that is an extended period of years and years and years, which will carry a predominant theme, which will carry predominant lessons, which will carry a predominant signature that you are either trying to or working to clear out of your field, out of your body, out of your architecture, as it were, or it will just be something that is a major thing that your soul came to master. Okay. So, how do you know when you have had to become brilliant, for example, at quickly dealing with and releasing things because the test in the old cycle was to teach you how to let go of things that don't serve you, teach you how to recognize quickly and release from your heart, from your attachment, from or whatever element sector in your life, things that are creating threads of harm, that are strangling you down, that are having the Gulliver effect on you. Gulliver, by the way, is a giant that was strung down by loads of microscopic people. Go and read the fairy tale. If there are things, especially if you are this type of soul, if you are an ancient soul, and something about what you have to bring is going to transform the planet, let me tell you this, you will have long seasons of what feels like complete madness. And in that season, you will need to figure out how to work with your somatics, with your body, with your vessel. This is your weapon, right? To work with your weapon, to deal with, to shift, to release, to move, to alchemize, to transform, to offload things that are not serving you for what you need to do, things that are acting like resistance threads, blocks, old signatures and programs that you inherited, perhaps. Either way, the trick is this. When you spend a lot of time in training, you forget about the fact that you have a season where you will need to move through a bridge in order to transition out of training into the next season, the very thing you have been calling in, the very thing that is oh my gosh, this is the breakthrough that I've been wanting to pull into my life. The transformation I've been working so hard towards. Sometimes I am noticing in myself and in my clients, not having the skill set to build that bridge from this old epoch, and I'll explain exactly what's going on there, this old cycle to the new cycle. Sometimes that is the thing that keeps us delaying and prolonging things when they are really wanting to come in now. So effectively, how I can describe this is that when you are shifting out of something that is a long-standing period, maybe you've been going through the dark night of the soul, maybe you have been moving through healing a major illness, maybe you have been feeling like you're hitting walls in the shadows, but you know that you are created to be in public on stages in front of thousands of people. Maybe your voice is blocked, but you know that you're created to release your voice to serve humanity. Maybe as an artist, maybe as a creative, maybe as a poet, maybe as a writer, maybe as a singer, maybe as a public speaker. But you just cannot for the life of you get out of the 700,000 lessons that feel like they are never ending. How do you know when that cycle is closing and a new one is coming in? This cycle, actually, effectively, when you are building the bridge across to the new cycle, you are not just building the bridge into a new set of lessons. You're not like in a library where like you were downstairs reading all the books downstairs and then you went up the stairs and now, ta-da, you get a new set of books in, the same section of the library. No. This is completely brand new, completely recalibrated, completely, oh my gosh, we have to start over, because what you are releasing, and this is the important thing, you are not even releasing lessons, you are not even releasing old stories, you are not even releasing things that you are attached to. What you are releasing is an old identity matrix. Everything about what you have taught yourself, the things you look at and decide, this contributes to my I am, my identity matrix, the elements in my world that formulate my identity. When you are shifting into a new cycle, this is the thing that you are releasing. You are having a whole full-blown funeral for somebody that you took a very long time to learn, to create, to construct, to bring forward into the next step. And so it can be very, very confusing, because why would I have to work so hard to create this identity if I'm just going to have to release it? Very good question. This is going to have to be a 2-part series because this is too juicy to load into one video. So if you want to hear the rest of what I have to share about shifting from one identity matrix into a new identity that you are now creating, follow in the next video.